Hey leaders, I want to take a minute to walk you through the curriculum for VBS this week. So at the top you'll notice it says preteen. With this curriculum that is considered 4th through 6th grade. So this is going to be the materials for this week, and there's 3 days. If you have looked at it already, you'll notice that there is 2 activities per night. There is a hands-on activity, and then there is a prayer activity. So for this age, because they are a little bit older, it's not as much coloring and cutting and gluing and that kind of thing. It is more discussion questions. This age group tends to go a little deeper in conversation. And I know you guys know that from leading your groups on the weekends. So what we're going to start with is the first activity for day 1. So I will link the video in that I made yesterday, but kids that registered that will be in your small groups, they got family kits this week that have all of the materials in them that they need for these small groups. So your kids actually just got index cards, and that's all they're actually going to need: index cards and a Fresh Start Kids pencil. So what you're going to have them do for this first day is take out their index cards. It says the kids need index cards and pencils. They did get crayons, I believe, in their folders, so if they want to take out their crayons, that's okay too. But you're going to have them talk about think about their favorite thing in all of God's creation. So it says it might be a beautiful or fun place they've visited, a person, a pet, a delicious food or vegetable, an amazing animal, a planet, or anything they feel excited or grateful for. So give them a few minutes to think about these things and have them write them on their index cards. I think I gave them 3 or 4 index cards, so they can write a couple. They could do front or back. Some of them might want to write sentences. Some might want to draw pictures. All of that is okay. And then I would say maybe give them 4 or 5 minutes to do that, as long as they're still working. If you finish up earlier than that, that's okay. But then ask them to share. So it actually says allow time for each person to share. So one thing that I know you guys already know, but I just want to say again, don't put any pressure on kids to share. Some kids will be a little bit more reserved, and maybe their answers are more personal and they don't want to share. That's okay. We don't ever want to put kids on the spot or make them feel embarrassed or anything like that. But most likely you'll get a good number of kids that will be willing to share what they put down. So you can let them share all of their ideas. You can let them share one. You can just kind of gauge that from your group. And then it gives you a little wrap up of what to say here. You can read exactly from what it says here. Don't feel like you have to make anything up on the spot. And then it goes to the prayer activity. Okay, so what they're going to do is, this is the book and this is the 3D glasses. So I know some of you expressed to me that you don't know what these books say. That didn't totally even cross my mind, honestly. But I do have these for you to pick up from the church, or I can drop them off to your home. Either one is fine. So that you guys know what they look like. So you're going to have them take this out and you're going to have them go to page 3. Okay, so page 3 says focus on what you can see. So it gives you a little prompt that you're going to have them right here. They're going to spell out creation, so they can just write that in the middle or on the side, however they want to do it. And they're going to think of a thought, a sentence, a poem, a verse, anything that goes along with those letters. So it does give you an example here. They use the C for take a closer look. They use the R for Romans, S for seen. So however they want to do that, we want them to think of words that have those letters in them. So you can offer suggestions as needed, it says, and invite those that are willing to share. Again, don't force anybody to share, but most likely, again, you'll have kids that want to share. And then you can close that in prayer. You can let the kids pray, or you can pray. However you want to do that is perfectly okay. So that is day 1. Day 2 and 3 actually are very similar days. They're just discussion questions versus actual activities, because these kids, like I said, are going to think a little bit deeper about what they're learning. So it gives you 5 discussion questions, and feel free to take your time on these. It talks about faith. It talks about sharing God with others, with their friends. And this is kind of an age, I think, where kids might start to have a hard time sharing God with their friends, just different things. They're kind of entering that preteen stage. So this is going to be, I think, a really good conversation for them, and share some personal experiences too. Maybe a time where you know, you felt nervous or scared to talk about God, but, you know, God helped you through it. Or, you know, if you've said a prayer before for God to give you strength, you can mention that too. And that'll help kind of give kids ideas of what to share. And then you will go to, after you get done with these questions, you go to the prayer activity. And so this day they're going to go to page 11. And it gives them a little activity to do here. So it says draw 2 stick figures as if they're talking, and they're going to do speech bubbles. And then it gives you a prayer at the end, okay? And then the last day is the exact same setup, just different questions. So this day talks about love a little bit more and to focus on showing others love. So here's your discussion questions here. And then you've got your prayer activity. So this day they're going to go to page 19. And then they're going to, it says draw a large heart shape and fill it with as many qualities and characteristics of love as they can. So you'll give them a few minutes to do that. Encourage anybody that wants to share to go ahead and share. And then you could pray, wrap it up. And then that is it for these lessons. Please feel free to email, call, text me if you have any questions still. And we hope you guys have a good time in your small groups this week. Bye.